Now that was God.
Have you ever felt like your life was spinning out of control? Marla, from Wisconsin, had such an experience, one in which things were actually spinning out of control. Here is her story.
Hi, I'm Marla. I have a story, and it's a near-death story. So, I had been at the physical therapy, and they gave me a boot because I had something with my ankle and the bottom of my foot. And they said, don't wear the boot while you're driving. So I got in the car, wore the boot walking back to the car, and I started driving, and I said, oh my gosh, I forgot to take it off. And I'm driving. So I got in the belt line, and I did it a couple more times. I wore the boot while I was driving, and I said, I can do that. So I had a little time before I had to go to work that day, and I stopped at a Goodwill, and I parked the car, but I parked poorly, and I was backing up, and this parking lot had several cars parked fairly close on both sides, and I was kind of near the front door of the Goodwill. Well, I backed up, and my boot got stuck on the accelerator. My car took off, and around and around and around at top speed. And I looked at this car, and I passed it. I looked at another car, I passed it, and it went around. Well, I'm not sure how many times. It could have been 7, could have been more. Top speed, and I guess going, why am I not hitting a car? Why am I not hitting a person? Why am I not going on the street? And finally, my boot got unstuck, and I pulled it to a space. My body was, and the endorphins were unbelievable. It was amazing. I was alive, and I'm sitting there, and 2 boys pass me, and I kind of wave them, and they come over, and they said, "Are you okay?" And we just we just didn't understand what was going on. I said, "I'm okay. I'll be all right." And then they left, and I'm sitting there, and I'm saying, "Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? Can't call my boyfriend. He'll just fall apart. He'll want to come get me." And I had to be at work like in about 45 minutes. And, I couldn't, I just, I didn't know why the police hadn't come and said, "What's wrong with you?" And I said, when something happens, you got to get right back on the horse or whatever it is. I said, "Marla, you got to calm down. You got to just move forward, pretend it didn't happen. And, God saved you. God was right there." And he said, "This isn't your time." And he just took me on that spinning, and I didn't hit a car. So I got out of the car. I still had my boot on. I walked into the Goodwill. My back was killing me because of the pressure of my back going against the seat because it was so fast. And I'm having a hard time walking. And I just kept walking around the store, and I was basically in shock. And then I get in the car, and I take care of elderly people, and I got to the parking lot. It was very close, and I said, "Oh, I hope they don't want me to take them anywhere today because I can barely get back in that car." And I said, when I get there, they're new clients. I can't tell them the story, and I can't ask for hugs because I'm going to need a hug. I just have to pretend I'm okay. I'll fall apart if I tell the story. So I get there, and I do my job for 2 hours, and again, I'm going on adrenaline. I'm in shock, and then it's raining, and I'm going, oh my gosh, I have to get back in the car. It takes me about 20 minutes to get home, and it's pouring, and I don't like driving in the rain, kind of clenching the wheel, and I don't know if my car is, broken from what had happened. the pedals, and I'm just praying, God, get me home. God, thank you for saving my life. And then I get home and I called a friend and I told her the story. And she was amazed and she was happy I was alive. And I just, the whole thing is just still a shock to my whole being. And I swear that it was like my life was just passing over me. I'm done. And our gracious, loving God saved me, kept me alive, and just loved me and said, Marla, it's not your time. So that's my story.
Now that was God.
You may not have literally felt your life spinning out of control like Marla, but perhaps you have areas in your life that you feel are out of your control. This is when you let go and let God. This is when you pray and cry out to God. He will hear you.
Psalm chapter 34, verse 17. The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears, and delivers them out of all their troubles.
Cast all your anxiety on him, because he cares for you. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7.
The Lord himself will fight for you. Just stay calm. Exodus chapter 14, verse 14.
We welcome and appreciate your God story, and would love to share with others. Send it to nowthatwasgod@gmail.com. Join us in glorifying God for His amazing love.